Welcome back to the channel. Before we get into it, real quick, drop a comment down below and tell me, are you buying into this Blue Jays roster yet, or are you still on the fence? I genuinely want to know, because after what I just watched today, I have some thoughts, some strong ones. All right, let's get into it. So the Blue Jays just dropped there are signals. There are moments that tell you something real about what this team is going to be when the games actually matter in April. And today, there were some of those moments, good and bad. Let's break it all down. First thing I want to talk about, and I'm leading with this because if you watch nothing else from today's game, watch this. Kazuma Okamoto, bottom of the second inning, fourth pitch of the bat at 103.4 miles per hour. To dead center in his first at-bat as a Blue Jay in live spring training action. I mean, come on. How are you not excited about that? How do you see that and not feel something? And here's what makes it even better. This wasn't some cheap shot to a short porch. This wasn't a pulled ball that barely scraped over the wall. This was a bomb, a legitimate, no doubt, get-well to a ground ball in the infield. So you're telling me this guy can hit it 430 feet and play solid defense at the hot corner? If that's what Toronto is getting from this signing, this could be one of the steals of the offseason across the entire league. I'm not being dramatic. I'm being honest. The upside here is real. Now let's talk about José Berríos for a second, because that's the other conversation from today's game. He made the start, went 2 2/3 innings, gave up 2 earned runs, struck out 2. Fine. But his velocity was down, sitting around 91 on the sinker and the four-seamer. Now before everyone panics, and I know some of you are already typing in, has been a durable, reliable arm for this rotation for years. I'm not hitting the panic button after one cold weather outing in February. What I will say is I'm watching, I'm paying attention. The Blue Jays need Berríos to be a true number 1 or a very strong number 2 in that rotation if they want to compete in the AL East this year. The division is not forgiving. The Yankees are going to be dangerous. Boston made moves, it's a gauntlet. So I'm keeping a close eye on Berríos as spring training progresses. Let's talk about some of the other pieces, because there were some genuinely encouraging performances buried in this loss. Chad Dallas, man. Starting pitching prospect Chad Dallas made his first game action appearance since the summer of 2024, and if you weren't excited about him before, I hope you are now. An inning and 2/3, 4 strikeouts, 6 whiffs on just 13 swings, fastball touching 93 miles per hour. That is an absolutely electric line for a pitcher returning from an extended absence. If he can stay healthy and build on this, Chad Dallas could be making his major league debut at some point this season. Write that down. Remember this moment. Braden Fisher and Mason Fluharty also appeared in this one, and both had decent outings. Fisher struck out 2, walked 1, allowed a hit, but kept the zeros on the board. Fluharty was even cleaner, sitting down 2 of the 3 batters he faced by strikeout. These are the guys who are going to be called upon in the middle innings when the season gets grinding and the starters have tough days. Seeing them perform well in these early outings matters. Now let's talk about RJ Schreck for a quick second, because this guy is interesting. Hit a double off a left-handed pitcher in the 9th inning, extended the game, gave the Blue Jays a chance. He's a lefty himself, so getting that hit against a southpaw is meaningful. He's likely starting the year in AAA, but I'm telling you, if he goes down there and absolutely rakes out of the gate, Toronto is going to have a decision to make about that 40-man roster. Keep your eye on him. The rough moments in this one came in the middle innings where things kind of unraveled. Jorge Alcala came in, gave up a leadoff double to Ron. That's baseball. Sometimes you have everything set up and it just doesn't happen. Bottom line on today, this was a loss, and the Blue Jays are now 1-2 in spring training after an 11-10 game the day before. But here's the thing. I'm not walking away from today's game feeling bad about this team. Kazuma Okamoto is legitimate. Chad Dallas looks healthy and electric. There are real pieces here. The Blue Jays have talent in this organization, and spring training is the time to develop it, to stress test it, to figure out who's going to be ready when it counts. Tomorrow they get the New York Yankees at 1:07 p.m. Eastern. Starter is still to be determined. I'll be watching, and honestly, after today, I can't wait. If you enjoyed this one, make sure you hit that like button. It genuinely helps the channel more than you know. Subscribe if you're new. We're covering the Blue Jays all spring training long and into the season. Leave a comment. What are your thoughts on Okamoto after that home run today? Is this signing going to work out? Let me know. I'll see you in the next one.